Welcome to Informed Tourist. This is Curtis, your traveling guru. Now, on with the video. What if the dream destination you've saved up for turns out to be a place you deeply regret visiting? It happens more often than you think. In South America, some cities hide a much darker reality behind their postcard images. Tourists arrive with high hopes, only to leave with stories of fear, loss, and disappointment. Today we're pulling back the curtain. You want the unfiltered truth about South American cities tourists now regret visiting, and that's exactly what you'll get. We'll dive into 10 cities where the dream turned into a nightmare for travelers, and stay until the end for the single most important secret to staying safe anywhere in the world. Caracas, once the pride of South America, a beacon of hope and modernity beneath the Avila mountain. Its streets once buzzed with energy, alive with music, laughter, and promise. But that Caracas is gone. Today, the city is a shadow of its former self, plagued by economic collapse and fear. Once busy avenues are now lined with shuttered shops and desperate faces. Even the wealthiest districts are fortified. Crime is rampant. Tourists are prime targets for robberies and kidnappings. The risk is real, and it shadows every outing. Instead of adventure, you get fear and confinement. The city outside becomes a forbidden world. The chasm between expectation and reality is vast. Caracas, a fallen jewel, lost to time and tragedy. Guayaquil, once Ecuador's vibrant gateway to the Galapagos, was a city alive with trade and culture. Its riverfront and historic neighborhoods, like the Malecon 2000 and Las Peñas, drew visitors from around the world. But now, Guayaquil is gripped by violence. Drug cartels have turned the city into a battleground, and fear is everywhere. Robberies and kidnappings are common, even right after leaving the airport. Tourists and locals alike feel constantly on edge. Locals warn, don't wear jewelry, keep your phone hidden, and use only registered taxis. The advice is urgent, the fear is real. Instead of exploring, you're always on guard. The city's beauty is overshadowed by anxiety. For many, the only relief is leaving. Guayaquil's promise is now just a memory. Quito is one of the world's most beautiful capitals, a city perched high in the Andes where the morning sun paints the rooftops gold and the air feels crisp and full of promise. Its stunning historic center, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is framed by breathtaking Andean views and centuries-old architecture that tells stories of a vibrant past. But beneath this postcard-perfect beauty, a surge in violent crime has changed everything, casting a shadow over daily life and the city's reputation. Armed robberies now happen in broad daylight, shattering the sense of safety that once defined Quito's streets. Even in tourist hotspots like La Mariscal, where visitors once strolled carefree, police patrols and anxious glances have become the new normal. The city's charm is shadowed by insecurity, and the vibrant energy of its plazas fades as dusk approaches. Tourists regret following outdated advice, wandering too far from the crowds, unaware of how quickly the atmosphere can change, or staying out too late, as the city's mood shifts with the setting sun and streets empty faster than expected. The historic center transforms after dark. Locals warn visitors to be cautious, as the lively squares become eerily quiet. Don't walk there at night, they say, as warning signs and empty streets speak louder than words. Even hiking trails, once a peaceful escape into nature, are now hotspots for armed assaults, forcing both locals and tourists to think twice before venturing out. The joy of discovery is replaced by anxiety and rigid safety routines, as travelers check their phones for alerts and plan every move with caution. Every decision is weighed for risk, from choosing a restaurant to simply crossing the street. The city's beauty lures you in, its golden domes and ornate churches promising wonder and adventure. But danger is never far away, lurking in the shadows and in the corners of even the most picturesque streets. Instead of adventure, you get stress and regret, as the reality of Quito's new dangers sinks in. Quito's magnificent facade hides a dangerous underbelly, a stark contrast between beauty and fear. The regret is deep. This isn't the Andean adventure you were promised, but a lesson in caution and disappointment. The city feels on edge, and so do you, as every moment is tinged with uncertainty and vigilance. For many, the only safe memory is leaving, departing Quito with relief and a bittersweet longing for the city it once was. Fortaleza, Brazil, is sold as a sun-drenched paradise with golden beaches and vibrant nightlife, but it's also one of the world's most violent cities, plagued by gang wars and street crime. Danger isn't hidden, it's right on the beach. Tourists are warned, don't walk the beach after sunset. Bring nothing of value, stay alert. Many ignore the warnings and pay the price. Robberies are swift and terrifying. The dream of relaxation vanishes, replaced by constant vigilance. Even locals are hyper-aware, clutching their bags, and never leaving phones out. The city's social inequality is stark, making tourists feel like targets. The beauty of Fortaleza comes at the price of constant fear. Every moment is spent managing risk, not enjoying paradise. The regret is immediate. One wrong move can ruin your trip. For many, the anxiety outweighs the attraction. The beaches are beautiful, but the fear is real. Most leave wishing they'd chosen a safer destination. Salvador, Brazil's cultural heart, promises music, history, and vibrant street life, but for tourists, the reality is constant street crime, especially in the Pelourinho. As a foreigner, you stand out and become a target for hustlers and thieves. Scams and pickpocketing are rampant, often disguised as friendly interactions. Phones are snatched in seconds, and the joy of exploring is replaced by anxiety. Even iconic spots like the Elevador Lacerda are hotspots for theft. The cultural immersion you crave is overshadowed by the need to stay on guard. Instead of connecting with the city, you're fending off hustlers and worrying about your belongings. The regret is a promise unfulfilled, beauty and music, but no peace of mind. Visitors leave, exhausted, not enlightened. Salvador's energy is real, but so is the risk. The experience is stressful, not soulful. Most wish they could have enjoyed it without fear. Manaus, gateway to the Amazon, conjures images of adventure and jungle wonders, but the city itself is a gritty, chaotic industrial port, not a tranquil outpost. Outside the Opera House, much of Manaus is run down and polluted. Tourists expecting charm find noise, dirt, and visible poverty. Crime is a constant threat. Pickpocketing and robberies are common, especially near the port. Many regret staying in the city at all, wishing they'd gone straight to the jungle. Hotel staff warn against venturing out, even during the day. The stress of navigating Manaus overshadows the Amazon adventure. The Teatro Amazonas is beautiful, but getting there is fraught with anxiety. The city feels unwelcoming and unsafe. Manaus becomes a necessary evil, not a destination. The regret is a tarnished adventure, great jungle, but a grim gateway. Most wish they'd minimize their time in the city. Recife, Brazil, offers colonial charm, vibrant arts, and beautiful beaches, but it's infamous for two things: shark attacks and violent crime. Boa Viagem Beach is lined with shark warning signs. This is a real, present danger. Tourists underestimate the risk, sometimes with tragic results. On land, crime is just as pressing. Robberies are frequent and often violent. Tourist areas are hunting grounds for criminals. A single wrong turn can lead to disaster. The city's beauty is a trap. Stray from the safe path, and you're at risk. Constant vigilance is exhausting, making it impossible to relax. The contrast between wealth and poverty is stark and unsettling. Police presence feels more like a warning than reassurance. The anxiety outweighs the attractions. Most leave Recife with regret, not memories. Barranquilla, Colombia, is world famous for its carnival, a spectacular, joyous celebration. But outside those 4 days, the city is a gritty port with little for tourists and serious safety concerns. Visitors outside carnival season find a city lacking charm, infrastructure, and security. Crime is a real threat. Robberies and scams are common, and tourists are easy targets. The city feels unwelcoming and unsafe, with minimal tourist support. Even during carnival, pickpocketing is rampant. The rest of the year, risks are magnified and the city simply isn't built for tourists. The regret is visiting a place that isn't meant for you. Barranquilla promises a world-class party, but delivers a harsh reality. Most wish they'd come only for carnival, or not at all. Bogotá, Colombia's capital, is a city of contrasts, sophisticated yet risky. The line between safe and unsafe areas is razor-thin, sometimes just a street apart. Tourists often regret underestimating this complexity. Even in upscale areas, locals warn, don't walk, take a taxi, keep your phone hidden. Crime is varied and sophisticated. Armed robberies, pickpocketing, and even drugging with scopolamine. The historic La Candelaria is lively by day, but dangerous after dark. The city's vastness makes it easy to get lost and end up in trouble. Public transport is notorious for theft. The constant tension is overwhelming. Bogotá rewards vigilance, but punishes mistakes harshly. For many, the gamble isn't worth it. The regret is a harsh lesson in urban survival. Most wish they'd chosen a simpler, safer destination. Cali, Colombia, is the world capital of salsa, drawing tourists with its legendary nightlife. But the city is also infamous for violent crime and one of the highest homicide rates in Colombia. Nightlife plus tourists in a high-crime city equals significant risk. Salsa clubs are prime spots for criminals targeting distracted foreigners. Stories abound of tourists robbed just steps from club doors. The threat of being drugged is real. Never leave your drink unattended. Even daytime exploration can turn dangerous with a single wrong turn. The city's layout is confusing, and the risks are everywhere. The regret is discovering the dark side of the party. The salsa is spectacular, but the danger overshadows the joy. Most leave with anxiety, not happy memories. Some parties are just too dangerous to attend. We've explored 10 cities where dreams turned sour. The common thread, a gap between the glossy image and the reality of personal safety. So what's the secret to staying safe? Never judge safety by popularity, judge it by local behavior. If locals avoid certain areas, don't walk at night or use rides instead of walking. Believe them, they know the real risks. Their habits are your best safety guide. Ignore them at your own peril. Have you visited a place that didn't live up to the hype? Tell us in the comments. Thanks for watching Informed Tourist. Like, subscribe, and let us know what city you want us to cover next. For more travel insights, check out our next video.